So these are just multiple journals over the years. Hello everyone, my name is Alicia Lott. Welcome to my channel about journaling and goal setting. I don't really care about pens. I don't care about different brands of journals. I know what I like, and I just stick with the very simple, very basic things that I like. Once I find something that I like, I just hold on to it forever. So in that sense, I felt a little bit of imposter syndrome, wanting to share journals that I like or don't like. I do have a lot of things to say about what I like, and if there's someone watching this video who may be new to journaling, I can at least share the long path that led me to choose the journal that I like right now. I can't entirely blame the journal itself for the fact that I didn't complete it or the fact that it wasn't interesting to me or whatever. Some of it's me. I'm the problem. It's me, whatever. Some journals are just fine. It's just I didn't have the routines and the setup in place in my life to be able to journal every day, or to be able to commit to completing a journal. So this journal is from when I was in probably junior high. It is very old. This is actually, looking at my box of journals, this is the oldest journal that I still have. I know when I was probably 8 or 9 years old, I kept just one of those little square journals with the little lock on it. I would pay anything to be able to see one of those, but they are not around. So this is the oldest journal that I have. And I was very much into making sure that no one read it, of course. Just angst-filled teenager, just wanting to keep everyone out. And this is just showing my age so much. So, yes, 1990 to 1993. But 3 years for me to complete a journal like that, and it's not even that thick. There's not the routine in place where I wrote every day the way I do now. So this little drawing, this is, oh my gosh. This little drawing is, this is actually how my hair was in the early 90s. The movie Boomerang was popular with Eddie Murphy. Went to a hair salon and I told the stylist, I remember this so well, I told the stylist that I wanted a Halle Berry haircut. And apparently she thought that my head shape was not right for a the cute little pixie cut that she had in the early 90s when she was first becoming famous. And so the stylist just took it upon herself to give me this kind of mullety, mushroomy haircut that everyone had in the 90s. I didn't have these little sideburn thingies. So mine was just like that, but you get the point. So this was my hair. I'm gonna have to go through and find some photos. That'll be maybe a later video. But I just saw this 1980. So this would have been, yeah, because Karate Kid came out like mid-80s. So yes, I love this bookmark. I had a crush on him, Ralph Macchio, back in the day. Karate Kid, I forget where that was. I'm just gonna stick that back there. But obviously I don't want to show you all of my teenage thoughts, but I do want to show you that this is your basic kind of lined notebook. I do not like lines anymore, and that's the reason why I like bullet journaling, is because I can make it whatever I want it to be. If I want to make a page a planner, like, cool, I can do that. I can put out my little to-do list. And it's not to say that I can't do that in a line journal, but obviously the lines get in the way. It doesn't look as nice. If I want lines, I can draw the lines. So it just makes more sense for my brain, and I can switch it up to be what I want it to be. So yes, line journals, not for me at present. And I have some more. So yes, all throughout, pretty much out throughout my 20s, my teens and early 20s, I had a lot of very kind of colorful lined notebooks. I never Someone sent me this postcard. One of my good friends in high school sent me this postcard. Oh my gosh. No, I just keep it in there. But yeah, so I wasn't at that time, like high school, you know, bullet journaling obviously wasn't a thing when I was in high school. You see how old I am. Yeah, it just wasn't a thing. So when you get a journal, it's either lined or it ain't lined. That's all you have. So yeah, I did the best with what I had at the time. I would try to have a routine where I would write once a week or twice a week or whatever, but then I would just stop. I would drop off. Life would happen, school would happen, and then months, weeks would go by and I hadn't written anything. So, and then I would come back and I would literally write in the journal, oh, I can't believe it's been so long since I've written anything. Oh, let me tell you what's happened over the past 3 months. Do you know how daunting that is to try to encapsulate 3 months of your life in maybe 2 or 3 pages? Because I didn't want to write all day. Now these two, someone asked me about different sizes of notebooks. This actually isn't a notebook that I used for writing so much. This is something I used as a financial kind of just a way to keep track of my spending. Happy hour. When I was a flight attendant in 2014 through 18, I would just try to keep track of the cash I was spending, but I didn't finish it. Would I have a notebook this size as a journal? Probably not. I don't know. I like to be able to, I don't know. I like to have a sufficient amount of space on the page. It's weird. It's comfortable. Maybe it's more of a comfort thing just when I'm writing, to maybe not have my hand hanging off the edge of the page. Size does matter for notebooks and for journaling. So this is too small for me. I don't know what size. Is this maybe someone could tell me, is this an A5? It doesn't say in here. I don't know. This one is another baby. Look at that. I have big hands, but I mean, it's small. It's still very small. So this is obviously 2010. Obviously the size is an issue. It also has oh, look at this. So much structure. It has, not only does it have lines, it also has dates, and it has a little calendar. Yes, I put my own calendar in my current journal, but it's different when it's just there every day. I don't know. So yeah, it has the date. This is too much structure for me, because if I skip a day, or if I just feel like I want to do something else, what if I just wanted to draw or something, or what if I wanted to make a list, or yeah, what if I skip a day and I don't know. It's just, you know, obviously the goal is not to skip a day, but if I do, like, I don't want that page, that date staring me in the face, and I want to be able to use that page. You know, even though I skipped a day, like, I still want to be able to use this page. If I skip July 22nd and it's now July 25th or whatever, I still want to be able to use this page. So I don't want to waste paper. So yes, dated journals to me are a problem. I don't like them at all. This little journal is funny. This is definitely chronicles more of the earlier time of my marriage. I don't know if y'all knew that I'm divorced, but yes, the earlier time of my marriage with my ex, and so I only finished about that much, but yes, it's so funny because every other page is like, we fight, then we make up, then we fight, then we make up, then we fight, then we make up. So this is like the little toxic book, the little book of toxicity. I don't know what to call it. But it's awful. Actually, if I were to let you read this, you would feel so sad for me. So yes, looking at this, I kind of chuckled to myself, but then also I just like am like, what was I even doing with my life? Like, so I don't, yes. But what about a journal with new lines? How do I feel about that? So this is a journal with no lines. This is probably I gotta be honest, like, I think I hate this journal the most out of all my journals. I like, just even to look at it, I'm just like, it's unlined, okay? So you have all these pages. Look how thick this is too. Like, So it's just a lot of pressure to think about, what is that? There's just a lot of pressure to think about like filling up all of these pages, and they're unlined. There's no direction. So before I was complaining about too much structure, there's no structure in here. So it's entirely up to me to fill this up and make it whatever it is. There are no guidelines. Versus a bullet journal, there are the dots, which I can trace and, make lines or whatever. Like, there's some kind of structure. And there's nothing. So, maybe if it could be a sketchbook, but then the pages are too small to be a sketchbook. Really, for me, there's not, also so many things. Also, there's not enough space on the page. Like, I don't know. I really struggle with that. Yeah, and then also, aesthetically, it's not very cute. I don't like this craft papery type of vibe feel to it. So, I don't know. The number one thing that I hate about it, so sorry to be like, the fact that, look at this, it doesn't lie flat. It doesn't lie flat. So, it kind of does. Okay, I take it back. But it just, I don't know. I feel like I constantly have to and then I'm like doing like that, and then I'm pushing it, and then I have something I can show you here. So look at this. I'm so mad at myself for waiting so long to write in here, especially since so much has happened. And then I'll make a New Year's resolution to write at least twice a month. And like, this would never get filled up. Oh my gosh. So no, I'm firmly of the belief that journaling has to be pretty much a daily thing. Even if it's just a couple of paragraphs, or even if you just write, I don't know what to write about, and then close it, like, there has to be something. So this one, and just my attitude toward journaling in general during that time, almost guaranteed that this thing was not going to get filled up. Yeah. Here is just a plain old, this is a notebook. This actually was my morning pages. So I have a video from around this time last year where I, just experimented with doing morning pages. So morning pages are when you write just stream of consciousness for it's supposed to be, traditionally, it's 3 pages. The idea comes from The Artist Way by Julia Cameron, I believe her name is. So yes, she's like, every morning you're supposed to write for, just keep writing until you hit 3 pages, and you do this every morning. You aren't even supposed to look at the pages after you finish writing them. You're supposed to either burn them or throw them away, or put them in an envelope and just never look at them. And I'm like, okay, I can't do that part, but I'm gonna try doing morning pages. Okay, so about halfway through the notebook, again, line page. It's just regular notebook. It's just a notebook. Like, it's nothing fancy. I will say that if you are first getting started with journaling and just writing every day, maybe just start with this. I would definitely recommend that someone who is brand new to journaling and doesn't know exactly what they want and what their needs are, just go to the dollar store. Also, the thing I like about less expensive journals is that if you mess it up in some way, no big deal. It cost $1. My current journal, number 8. Okay, it's a little thicker because I have stuff in the back pocket, but it's not super thick. It has how many pages? This one has 160 pages. Okay, when it's a funny thing about pages, because I feel if there are too many pages, then it just seems insurmountable. It seems like I'm never going to complete and fill this journal up. And that to me is important. The feeling of knowing that, yes, eventually, if I keep writing and I keep going, I'm going to eventually fill this up and move on to the next one. I don't want to be stuck with one journal for years. Okay, I go through these. I go through maybe 2 to 3 a year. That's the cadence that I want. You know, give yourself a little bit of hope, maybe that you're gonna finish it. If you have this giant thick volume, it's like, oh, I'm never gonna finish this, so why even bother? And then you just put it aside. But also, don't want it too thin either, maybe, especially if it's expensive. I might feel like, oh, I'm not getting my money's worth out of it. So there's that. It's not heavy. I can take it with me everywhere. I can move it around the house. And also, it's a good size and shape. Okay, so my hand, there. It's not gonna fit in the palm of my hand. All right, it's, you know, it's a good size and shape. I can fit it in my purse easily. You know, I have a bigger purse. I can fit it in my purse easily. I can put it in my backpack. Dang, I'm far. Okay, so it does lie mostly flat when I put it down. I don't have to struggle with it. I don't have to try and like push it down. You can't really see the dots. The dots are very faint. I like that. Because yes, I want the dots to be there, but I don't want them to, you know, dominate the page. I don't want them to take the attention from what I'm working on. It does have numbered pages. When I first started bullet journaling, I did enjoy having them because I did the index. I had an index in the back and all of that. I don't do that anymore. That's something to consider when you're looking for your next journal, is that, hey, do I need page numbers? Do I need dates? How much writing do I want to already be in the journal when I get it? But overall, it really doesn't matter which journal you have. It doesn't matter what brand you buy. This is just the one that I like. I think the most important thing is decide on what routine you're going to have for your writing. If it is going to be every day, then try to stick to that as much as possible. There was something I wrote. Look at this. I love making videos about journaling and then falling asleep before I get to write in my journal. So yes, after I make videos, sometimes I don't always have the energy to actually write in my journal, but for the most part I do write every day, and I feel that that's important, just having that routine, building that, and then deciding that you want to journal and you want to invest more money into it. So yeah, I wouldn't say start out with a $15 journal or a $20 journal plus. I know they can go up. Don't start with that. Start with a cute little notebook like this, okay? And just decide, like, I'm gonna write in this however much time, like if it's once a week or twice a week or once every 3 hours, I don't know. Whatever. But decide and then do that. And once you have that routine going, then you can, you know, play around from there. I hope this was helpful. I hope that seeing some of my journaling fails can inspire you to want to start journaling if you don't already journal, or at least, you know, think of why you like or dislike your current journal, and if it's interfering with your routine, maybe figuring out some ways around that. Thank you so much for watching. As always, please like this video and subscribe, okay? And I will see you in the next video. Upside down wave, goodbye.